Hello everyone, and happy April! It's hard to believe how close we're getting to the end of the school year. There are still a lot of activities left in the next couple of months, but we're in spring break mode here at school, so there's less going on right now. I do have some updates and news I still want to share with you from the month of March. We had our recent ASL storytelling competition on campus, and we had 3 guest judges. We had Eileen Forrestal, who is a retired ASL teacher at the university level, and it was great to have her participation. We also had Manny Hernandez. He is an ASL teacher at Catholic University in Washington, D.C. And we had Taiwan Cropper, who is our local president of the PCBDA, the Philadelphia chapter of Black Deaf Advocates. All 4 of us talked after the event and agreed that from the littlest students to our high school students, we had a phenomenal event. All of our students get a 10 out of 10 rating for their hard work. They did a great job, and it was difficult to figure out who would be first, second, and third place. But I really want to acknowledge and show gratitude to the judges for taking their time to be a participant in the event. I also want to thank all of the staff and students who worked so hard to get the event off the ground. It was very successful with a great crowd. And everyone who came in attendance left feeling great about the school, about our students, and all of the judges agreed that it was a very warm welcome on campus. Thank you everyone for making that possible. We do have some school-wide events that I wanted to talk about, but a lot of things right now are being rearranged because of the weather. We had snow days in January and February, but not very many. There was only one related to snow and one day related to the Eagles Parade that we had to make up for one of our snow days. But in March, we've had a lot more snow, and now we have 3 additional snow days we have to make up. Unfortunately, we already used up the days in June, so the rest of the snow days are being made up this week in our spring break. I'm so sorry to our staff and students that they need to cut their spring break short, but we appreciate everyone's patience and willingness to be here this week, and we hope that everyone's able to enjoy what's left of their spring break, and we look forward to not having that happen again next year. I also want to talk about some off-campus events and various organizations that have been reaching out to us lately, either for our participation in their event or for collaboration in sponsoring and supporting the school financially. We had the Deaf Hearing Story Slam that happened in Philadelphia, which is not just an ASL slam, but there were deaf storytellers and hearing storytellers, 5 of each. It was hosted by University of Pennsylvania and took place on their campus. And all 10 storytellers did a great job. 4 of the 5 deaf storytellers are actually PSD employees, so we're very excited to see that representation, hear the stories about their lives, in addition to hearing the stories from the hearing participants. It was a very successful event with a very large turnout, and we were thrilled to be getting some support from the event as well. There was a fundraising component, which is for us just a way of continuing collaboration with the community, and we look forward to continued collaboration in the future. One of the other ways we've been seeing collaboration is requests from different organizations, colleges, students in their high school programs that are wanting to reach out to us for participation in various research projects. They're curious about PSD's history, our enrollment information, and we've been encouraging that because it's a way of getting our name out there. We want people in the community to know more about us and for the community's awareness of PSD to be increasing. As we're wrapping up March and looking forward to April, there's not as many events or trips off campus, but there are a couple I wanted to highlight. One is the grand opening of the new visitor center at Gallaudet's campus. It's being named after Mr. McGuire and the McGuire Foundation. We're thrilled that April 9th there will be a group of PSD students and staff able to go and participate in seeing the ribbon cutting and the grand opening. This year we'll be bringing our sophomores, juniors, and seniors to this opening of the visitor center and a tour of campus. We are trying to also make arrangements for our students to visit NTID because we want to offer as many opportunities for our students to see different college campuses and opportunities after graduation as possible. We're also excited to announce that we will be supported by the Street Leverage Live Conference this year. Each year this conference for interpreters happens in a different city, and this year they're happening in the Philadelphia area with support for the Pennsylvania School for the Deaf as part of the event. On April 12th, Street Leverage will be hosting various service projects on our campus, and their opening for the conference itself will be the next day, Friday, April 13th. We're excited to be partnering with them and appreciate that they've chosen PSD for the sponsor this year so that all of the donations collected will be in support of our school. There are other conferences that happen throughout the spring, including COPSDC, the Coalition of Private Schools for Deaf Children. I mentioned them before, but they do have conferences or meetings twice a year, in the fall and in the beginning of the new year. Their February conference this year was postponed to April and will be happening in Florida. It's a great time for the conference there because it will be happening around the same time as the CEASD conference, so having both conferences in the same place at the same time is a great way to spend more time there and be able to participate in both. Of course, we're still looking ahead for our big CEASD conference in 2020 happening in Philadelphia, as well as our bicentennial gala and other events in 2020. The last news I'm excited to share with everyone is about the Mid-Atlantic Network. This was set up and led by Laurie Kettle Rivera from the Delaware School for the Deaf. She started this and has been working with 4 schools, and that includes the Maryland School for the Deaf and Mr. James Tucker, as well as Joan Krasniewski from the Katzenbach School for the Deaf in New Jersey. The 4 schools do have meetings on each campus, and PSD will have our turn to host the first week of May. We're excited to have them visit our campus to talk about our work together, share information, collaborate, and build our network. We hope everyone has a great spring break and enjoys the coming warm weather. Take care.